Hi guys, how are you? Okay, so we always create art projects, and it's always awesome when we see artists when we're going to museums, or if we even look at our own or pass our school hallways and see all the work that's being done, which I think is obviously amazing. And the more work you put into it, the more it gets appreciated because people take notice of that. So we usually sign our name in the bottom by Lena, by Akram, by Yasmin, or whoever the case may be who'll be doing the art work. So for this particular project, I thought it would be fantastic if we put our name, also create it sort of like an art piece as well, and let the audience know that who exactly is creating this particular project. And so what I decided to do, you should already be here. You should have already done these swirly lines with different colors. Mine is 8 different colors. And if you really want to count a 9 and a 10 in the bottom, you want to make, you should have already made all of this sort of the same size or width each section. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should definitely have vibrant colors. So we're going to be putting our name there. So I'm going to go ahead and show you one of the projects that we have of a student who I think has done such a fantastic job. So the idea is that her name will be in the bottom, okay? Which means that you could either A, cut this, fold this in half, right? This paper, fold it in half so it's like this, or you can cut it. Now, I think it's best that we fold it in half. That way we can ensure if it's folded in half this way, right? Then we know that it is going to be filling up this whole bottom space, right? So now, before we go ahead and work on this, I'm going to fold it. And again, you should already have this done. So it's just a matter about writing your name. So let's learn how to write your name. It could be in two different styles. It could be the traditional sort of bubble letters and the other ones that are not so much bubble letters. So let's just go ahead and take a look on how I get it done. Okay, so this is white paper. So you definitely want to practice on white paper. And since this is basically kind of the paper that we're working with, we're going to fold this in half. And that just means that we're going to practice not only just writing our name, but we're going to practice on how it could fit in this space, right? Because we don't, some of us have longer names. Mine is pretty short. Mine is Lena. My second name is Carla. So we would want it to fit our first name. So I'm going to go do my name, and my name is Lena, like I said. So I'm going to start over here, leave a tiny space, and then I'm going to do like this. So my name starts with an L. So I just go ahead and do that L right here. So you're seeing that L right here, right? And then you're going to kind of swoop it up here, kind of make it a little curve, and then go like this. See? Now we have my name L. Now the lower letters, the letters that are proceed after my initial letter, if we were to do this in real time, as far as real letters, it would be capital L-I-N-A, and the I-N-A would be lowercase. So this is going to then go sort of like lowercase. We are making an I. Now, the great thing about having an I in your name is that you could either A, do a circle, or B, you could do a star, or C, you could do the heart. I'm going to go ahead and do a easy heart. So that's what I have, L-I. Now, I like to mix it up as far as uppercase, lowercase, and I kind of want to go with uppercase N. So that would be going down like this. So that's going to become my N, go back up. So if you look, that looks sort of like an N. Then I'm going to bring it down. And there I go. I have my N over there. Now I'm doing this upside down, so clearly it is harder. So now to do my A, I'm not going to join it on top, although I could join it like the traditional A, sort of looking like a pine tree. I'm making a little bit sort of a flat surface. And then I'm bringing it down, going, right? Going, swooping from both sides. And then I'm going to go across, across. Then I'm going to go in, up, up, leaving that little space there. And then over there, I just have to do a little triangle, and that makes my name. So now some of you guys might be saying, hey, but that's easy because 1, you're a teacher. 2, your name is short, so obviously it's going to fit in that page. So now we're going to go ahead and do another name. So I thought it would be kind of cool to do the name Yasmin. And I don't know if I'm going to spell it 100% perfect, but I'm going to try. So it is a Y. So you are going to do sort of like connecting almost a V, because that is the upper part of that Y, right? But if you notice, they're not touching. They're not touching yet because that has to be the bottom part of that Y. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to go across just like what I did with my A and do this. Now, when you are doing this, you might want to really use a pencil because if you make a mistake, you can easily erase it. So in my mind, the A, the S is going to be here, M is going to be here, I is going to be here, N is going to be here, E is going to be here. So I cannot make my letters as big maybe or as wide as I did with Lena. So I'm going to just go ahead, bring it down. That then becomes my A. If you notice, I joined it here, but that's okay. And bring it down and actually bring it up, right? So it's becoming sort of like a V, cut across, then make a little triangle. So there I have it. I always like S's when I'm doing these letters because I think they look really cool and they're fun. So that's how I did my S. Now I'm making very little space to do my M. Don't want, and I notice, uh-oh, I'm running in danger of not fitting in. So I made it a little too wide. So I did like an M, but here's where I go. I go across, I go up, and then back to a V, and then I have my I. The I is really simple because it doesn't take up a lot of space. So I'm making it close. It's hugging my M. And then I go to my N. Remember how we did the N over there? It's going to be a little less wide, right? And then I'm going back up. You notice I'm not going all the way down because it needs to become sort of like a 3D letter. So okay, there it goes. And now I have the last letter, E. So I don't want to go all the way across to the paper. And if you notice, I'm making it sort of like going to the side, not really going straight, a little bit upwards, a little bit downwards, right? And then I make a line, and then I bring it back down. So it looks sort of like I have little mini triangles. And then I go back up, and then I do a shorter one in the middle. And there you go, I have Yasmin. So a long name can actually fit. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more because I don't want people to be like, Miss Nita, it's not fair, you did another person's name, but you didn't do mine. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another one. But this one, I'm just gonna go really fast. So if it happens to be your name, you have no excuse to not practice. So I'm gonna go do Akram. So I have it over here. I'm going across. There you go. My K. His name is not so long, so it's kind of easy. Okay. R. And if you notice, I'm doing all uppercase here, and that's perfectly fine. Oh, I see I'm running into the problem of almost not fitting. So I get skinnier, but that means that I just need to plan it out way better when I do it. And there you go, Akram. Now, we now have this paper. So this is back where we are. So once you have practiced, and I would strongly suggest that you practice more than once, unless you're one of those people who is just like, bang, I could do this, I could bang it out in one shot. If you're not that person, then you really need to practice maybe 2 to 3 times. Okay, so now that I have my wonderful paper here, I can now write my name here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, because I have that space, and I wanna have all these pretty colors, right? So I'm going to start a little bit closer over here, and that's just, now if you guys should all have whiteboard markers, because that was part of your school supplies, I'm gonna go ahead and swoop and have my name with the L, see? And then I'm going to go up and do my I, again with my heart, and then go back down, go up, and do that N that's over there, right? And after I do it, maybe you are gonna be doing this with a pencil, right? I'm gonna go and jazz my name up because I like my name, the A, to have sort of a curve. So I'm actually, because I have the space that allows me, I'm making sort of a curve right there. And there you go. I have my name, Lena. And I'm going to outline it one more time. Once it hits what I exactly want, I'm going to darken the outside part with that marker. And I'm going to shade that little that little triangle. Did you see that? And so now, instead of having a project that just has my name in the bottom, I have my name in bubble letters with the rainbows, right? The swirls that I have. So it looks extra cool. I look forward to seeing what you guys got. Never say you can't, always try. And I'm sure it's going to turn out awesome. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.